Spotify, and online at rocklandnews.com. Thanks for joining us today. Here are your hosts, Tom Osa and Mike Kluger.
And let's get right into our sponsors. Thanking them, the New York Boulders baseball team, Work Smart New York Business Boot Camp.
We also have Kobe Sushi, Yabu Fence, Dana Pest Control,
Easy Temp, Whole Shop Bagels,
Susan Bova, and 99 Signs.
Business without a sign.
There's a sign of no business.
FZ Perfection Auto Body Repair, located in Congers, New York, and Clean Space Maintenance Management Company. Of course, 202 Cannabis. I'm starting to learn about this cannabis thing.
And then all of our craft beverage friends like Noble Experiment Brewing, District 96, and even Defiant, although they had closed this past weekend. Neil, we wish you luck.
And that's how we close out our music. But thank you, everybody, for joining us on AM Rockland's News today. We have a lot to go over. And before we get into the news, I'd also like to thank our new upcoming sponsors, notably Breakpoint Bowling.
Breakpoint Bowling in Haverstraw?
Yes, sir. Located in West Haverstraw, right on the border of West Haverstraw and Haverstraw. I don't have a spot created for them, but I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you're not into bowling, it doesn't matter, because the place is like just a huge playground for kids and adults alike.
I have only stopped in there since its renovation, because I remember when it was just known as the bowling alley.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, high tour, low tour, bowling, right. Whatever.
And it has expanded. I hear there's a laser tag now.
They have laser tag.
My children have had birthday parties over there. It is a phenomenal place. I have not actually gone and entertained myself there. I plan to do that shortly.
Oh yeah, but music, the whole 9 yards. It's just an entertainment center for all of North Rockland. We're really looking forward to promoting them out. And as a matter of fact, Joe Ardieri, who's one of the owners, his father is my barber since I was 15 years old.
It's funny that you bring up a family business, because I went and talked to a second generation family business just yesterday.
Oh yeah,
award-winning Vilma's Bakery.
Oh my.
And I met with Ray, who is the son of Vilma, and it was truly like American dream kind of story.
Yeah,
it, like, brought emotional tears to my eyes. It was so great, and it's everything that we talk about, Tom. It's working hard and being part of the community and setting up your storefront literally on Main Street, USA.
Yep.
And just doing right by the community and making a great product.
Really good vibes over there. And notably, and hopefully my wife isn't listening to this, but her birthday is coming up. And we went in there last week to order up a birthday cake for her.
It wasn't a Trey Lachey cake, was it?
It was not. No.
Because apparently that is the number one biggest product there. And I've had it. It's one of the best I've ever tasted. I have to say, like, my daughter is a very picky eater, and I have never seen someone's face light up after trying food, especially a child who is a pain in the butt picky eater. Face just lit up. She's like, what is this delicious thing?
Finicky.
She is finicky.
Finicky eater.
Like the old commercial cat, Morris. Yeah, that's my kid.
Oh, that was such a great commercial back in the day.
Yeah.
Like so curmudgeonly cat.
Curmudgeonly, yeah. Well, my daughter can be a little curmudgeonly sometimes. But the Trey Leche cake from Vilma's is like the best in the world. So I recommend everybody go say hello to Ray, the son of Vilma, second generation bakery in Haverstraw.
Yeah. And we're gonna have an interview that Mike did with Vilma's Bakery in approximately 10 minutes. We're just gonna do the weather first and then the news. First, we're going to have the weather from our hippy dippy weatherman.
Oh, that would be me. I am your hippy dippy weatherman with your hippy dippy weather.
You look so different today, Mike. I don't know.
Well, before we get into the weather.
Yeah.
Well, we can say, because it is getting warmer, I did a very drastic thing.
Very drastic.
So, folks, I know I have a face for radio, and I need to explain to you that yesterday I had long, curly hair, 18 inches long.
Yep, 18 inches, ladies.
18 inches. Now I am sporting the high and tight because I have donated all of that hair.
Yeah.
To Wigs for Kids.
Ah, that's awesome, bro.
I grew my hair out for 6 years. When COVID started and they closed down all of the hair salons, I said I took it as an excuse to grow my hair out. So for 6 years, a little bit more, not a scissor, not a razor has touched my locks. And yesterday we decided that it was time.
It was time. Yeah. And you mentioned to me, we were talking beforehand, and it was really a trip. I saw him as he was walking into the studio from the car, and I was like, whoa, he doesn't look like he has the long hair anymore. I went to get a haircut yesterday, but it's not as dramatic. It's like, just do the normal stuff.
I mean, you just look like neatened up Tommy.
Right, neatened up Tommy. But yours is like a drastic. And for those of you that don't know Mike, and you should, because he's awesome.
Why, thank you.
You often participate in the annual Renaissance Fair.
I do.
And you dial into it, and you really not just play the part, but you exude the part.
Some might say it's just part of my personality.
Yeah. So it was now I'm like, yo, this guy's ready to suit up and secure our borders.
I mean, I'm not that kind of militant.
Yeah.
And especially because, the draft age is only up to 42 and I am 52. So no drafting for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that I did not serve. I did enlist.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
I was a coastie.
All right. Indeed. Okay.
And I do recommend
your service.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
I do recommend that if folks are looking as a way to serve and they want to serve that way, there are usually more choices than you think. And when you go to those recruitment offices, they're not always the most truthful. And it is up to us as citizens, and as elders of the youth to help guide them, I guess. Because I remember being 17, 18, 19. I mean, I enlisted later I think I was 25 at the time. And I had some really serious conversations with my father, who also served, and some other people who served. And there were options out there. Like, nobody ever thinks about the Coast Guard. They think about the Navy. They think about the Army. Right. They think about the Marines. They think about the Air Force. There are...
I would sign up for the Merchant Marines just because I could sell things, I think.
I had a grandfather who was in the Merchant Marines, actually.
Cool. Yeah.
And a dear friend of mine I grew up with, Greg Ricaldo, went to Merchant Marine College.
Okay.
Did you know that
Merchant Marine College?
In the great state of New York, we have SUNY, and SUNY has a college dedicated to Merchant Marines. It's called Maritime College. It is in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
And you learn everything about being a sailor. And it's a great way to kind of see the world without really getting into
killing anyone.
Well, yeah. That's the other thing I always love, and I would like to promote and brag about the Coast Guard, is that your whole mission is to save people.
That I like.
Right. I have a friend who is young. She's I think she's about to turn 19, and she's thinking about going to the service. And I said, "You're not a killer." I said, "Maybe you should try some of these look at these other branches."
Right.
And if you are in firearms and all that,
we're not
join the Marines.
On any of the divisions.
No.
Yeah.
I have lots of friends who were in the Marines. I have lots of friends in the Army. I have lots of friends in all the branches. What I'm saying to you, listeners and folks, is that if you have youth in your life and they are choosing to go into that path in their life, there are more options than most people realize, and you should investigate all the options before you sign up.
Yes, exactly. And notably, when I was 17, 18 years old, I briefly considered joining the Army because I was kind of like, I didn't know what to do. I think that if I did, it would have given me some more order in my life that I discovered later on after I got into business. I was drifting for a good, 10, 15 years. I don't regret it, but, the order of military service is I find it very attractive to me because I crave order
I think the word you're looking for is discipline.
Yeah, discipline. Yeah,
Discipline, 'cause
self-discipline.
right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of that
I crave
taught to you.
self-discipline so
boot
that everything else kind of rolls smooth. But one thing that I found out on the weekend of my bachelor party weekend was
Many years ago.
well, almost 4 years ago.
Okay.
We went out to Pennsylvania and we went out to a firing range and we just shot off different types of guns.
Mm.
And it was something about when I fired off an AR-15.
Oh yes, it's an experience. I've had one.
An illegal AR-15.
Oh,
I want
yes.
to be very clear about
Yes.
that. But there was something that I saw down the sights of that AR-15, and it was precision. And I very, very much appreciated it. It was like, wow, this is amazing. So could I be in the Army, Marines back in the I don't know about the Marines. I'd be crying. But let's be real. I said, please, no, don't.
Or maybe you might have
cut.
cried for 5 seconds, and then you would have, as they say, toughened up. I have a lot of friends who revere their time in the Marines.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. I used to train with a personal trainer, a Marine personal trainer. It was intense.
I'm sure.
We were lugging 30-pound weights up the Ramapo Mountains and everything. It was amazing. But,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Much admiration. But also, like you said, Mike, there's a lot of options. Merchant Marines, Coast Guard.
Right.
A lot of divisions.
Reserves, National Guard, those
Space
kind of
Force.
even if you want to join the Peace Corps,
Right, the Peace Corps.
There's still discipline in all of that, and I believe there is a interior, a United States based version of the Peace Corps where you do stuff in the United States. Whereas the Peace Corps, you go to different countries and do all that kind of stuff.
Mike, did you know that the military raised the draft age to the age of the cutoff age for enlistment?
It's 42
is
now.
42. The answer to everything is 42.
Except we are too old to be drafted.
Gosh darn it. But now we can look, behind us and say, how can we, protect as many souls as possible?
The other kind of I find it funny, but because of the irony of it is they removed the marijuana part of
I know. I saw that.
And I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe they should all go to 202 Cannabis.
Located, I'm sorry, I'm eating a beet right now. Located in Garnerville, New York, 202 Cannabis can help you with all your cannabis needs. Even though, Mike, I really don't know much about just cannabis.
Because Tom is just learning. We have planted the proverbial marijuana seed in Tom's garden. It is just a little seedling right now, and he's learning.
Right. I wonder where this is going. Eventually, or will there be a large plant somewhere?
Maybe it will be a 15-foot monstrosity of a tree.
How long does it take for marijuana to grow?
1 season.
Okay.
And depending on what type of marijuana you have, it could take a few weeks. It could take the entire summer.
Wow.
Which circles me around to I've been speaking to our expert in nutrition and in livelihood, Jen Lima, and we would like to bring to you listeners a little gardening segment. It won't happen today, folks, but it is in the works. We are planting the seeds of ideas in our gardens, and we would like to tell you all about gardening in Rockland.
Yep. We got a whole bunch of shows that are coming up over the next 6 months, and it's going to take a little time to get it organized, but a whole bunch of new shows. We've been really working hard this winter in order to deliver quality, fun content that you can learn something from and maybe have something that you enjoy take away from the show. Plus, you get offers and deals from a lot of our sponsors. For instance, if you go into Kobe Sushi and you mention Rockland News, you get 15% off your entire sushi order, minimum $75. But believe me, the sushi is amazing.
Or in the morning, you go to Whole Shot Bagels.
And you get a free bagel if you mention Rockland's News. Mike, they almost won. They were in the finals. They lost in the finals, the best bacon, egg, and cheese in Rockland County. And quite frankly, I decided, you know what? The heck with BEC SPK King, nothing against him. He runs a good contest, but we're actually just going to say Whole Shot Bagels has the best bacon, egg, and cheese in all of Rockland County, just because we want to.
And here's the interesting thing about your bagel shop, and I'm going to equate this also to your local pizza shop.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about who has the best in Rockland County, but in truth, your most local shop that's your place you go, right? So we can say, what's the best pizza in West Haverstraw or Stony Point? You can say, what's the best bagel shop in North Rockland? But to say all of Rockland, like the folks from Suffern are not, for the most part, going to come over to Whole Shot Bagels to get their bagels. They're going to get something close.
That's true. Yeah.
Like the pizza shops of North Rockland do not deliver to Ramapo, right? So, folks, we are on a quest.
A quest
to find the best of your local region. And this is because Rockland County has so many things, so many tucked away cool places. Tom and I have been walking around with our eyes open, our ears open, and trying to find everything that's cool in Rockland. And there is so much; it is overwhelming, folks.
Pearl River Pizzeria, we were there a few weeks ago.
So, one of the things we're trying to bring to you is all of these hidden gems, because we're looking, Tom and I, and we can't find them all. So we keep looking. It's a great exploration. We're trying to find tasty food for you, and most importantly, we're trying to bring you the attention of what Main Street USA brings, those small businesses, because 61 cents of every dollar stays in our community. And we want to have the best Rockland we can have. Part of that is support your neighbors, support your local business, support your local politicians, elected officials, shall I say. And be involved in any way that you can, whether it is donating your hair to a charity.
You look amazing, Mike.
Why, thanks. Joining the local fire department.
Jump over this table.
Tom, your wife's going to get scared.
So, no. And what Mike is saying is 100% true. What Mike is about to say is likely true, but you never know.
Because it's the weather?
The weather, exactly.
Let's circle back, because we got a little hippy-dippy and got off the subject of the weather.
Okay.
Today,
I am here
on Wednesday,
for you.
We're supposed to make it to 73 degrees.
No way.
Spring is here.
Oh, my.
Well, maybe, because tomorrow it drops down to 43 degrees.
Yeah.
Because Mother Nature is drunk. So it's... So Wednesday being today, 73, cloudy, maybe a little rain. Tomorrow dropping down to 43. And then Friday edging back up to 64, then 72, then 62, and then back down to 40. Mother Nature is drunk. She can't decide whether it should be in the 70s or 40s.
I think Mother Nature is edging.
Maybe she's getting the vapors.
Yeah. Something's going on.
She got the perimenopause or something.
Indeed.
But folks, layers. Make sure you have your umbrellas and galoshes and all those things. Definitely. But you probably won't need your scarf.
So I have some news to go over, and some tragic things that happened.
Oh,
For
yes.
instance, this was on Monday, I believe. Tragic fire in New City claimed the life of an 88-year-old woman. News 12 reported that the victim was identified as Myrna Hirsch. Clarkstown police said crews responded Sunday, around 9:05 a.m. to a structure fire on Carolina Drive. Firefighters faced intense conditions and a partial collapse while working on the scene. This isn't the story here, but I know what happened afterwards. Afterwards, the firefighters went in and they found the body of Ms. Hirsch. I can't imagine that being the way of going. Actually, I can imagine it, which is even worse. But that's the checkout, and I feel horrible for this woman. You know, it's like you can live an awesome, beautiful, wonderful life, and then
gone in a flash.
Yeah, I hope it was a flash. I hope it was really quick and she was unconscious.
And that there was no suffering.
Services were held yesterday. I called up George Holman, town supervisor for the town of Clarkstown, and he extended his heartfelt condolences while we were on the phone. And, this is one that kind of really hit people hard, hit them really hard. When someone passes away like this, it's an absolute tragedy. And on behalf of all of us at Rockland News, we want to extend our condolences to Myrna Hirsch and the family. And I hope the next few weeks are. I hope the mourning goes as peacefully as possible. So,
Did the fire departments come up with the cause of the fire, or are they still looking into it?
Yeah, they're still determining it for it. I haven't checked. And that, by the way, that's the sort of thing, obviously, that, Rockland's News, we know our place.
We do?
We do. We're not necessarily going to be at every emergency or every catastrophe, but we want to keep our listeners and our readers aware
and informed.
Yeah, you have a lot of options out there for different types of things. Another good example is the Rockland County Business Journal reported that two major development stories are drawing attention. On their March 31st real estate roundup, it includes changes tied to Databank Phase 2, Suffern and Airmont. And a March 25th report says that environmental concerns may complicate the proposed new city center redevelopment at the former ShopRite site. That's the place where Bradley's used to be in New City.
So next to New York Pickleball?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So folks, if you don't know about this pickleball thing, you should check it out. So there are pickleball courts in the town of Clarkstown, municipal courts, first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are looking to reserve your court,
mm-hmm.
you should go check out New York Pickleball. They're opening any day now.
Yeah. They put a notification. They're going to be open this weekend. If I'm not mistaken.
That's great.
Yeah.
I met them over at Kobe Sushi.
Yeah.
And we were talking all about pickleball. I was learning stuff. Like, you don't know about this cannabis stuff. I don't know about this pickleball thing yet. But I am excited to learn.
28,000 square foot facility, 9 cushioned courts for year-round play. They're going to have leagues. They're going to have tournaments, social events. Mike and I are planning on being there, kind of like Cotton and whatever the other guy's name is from Dodgeball, just sitting on the sidelines. And
just remember, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Thank you, Rip Torn.
Yeah, Rip Torn, man. So, a lot going on. County's annual Youth Fest was at Rockland Community College over the weekend on March 29th. Family-friendly event focused on youth programs, services, and activities. It was a hoot. Some other things. We haven't really followed up on this. We saw this on the Rockland Daily. That there was a video that was posted on the Rockland Daily of basically a motorcycle that caught fire right on Central Highway over here, Mike.
In Stony Point? Or is it West Abstract?
Well, okay. Yeah, like right at Garnerville.
Yeah. Here in North Rockland.
Yeah. So I don't think that the driver is injured because I didn't see anything to that effect. But yeah, there was definitely something where somebody was running away from and you can check it out on Rockland Daily. We don't have all the details on that. I caught that last night. First draft of the county master plan, Rockland County's new master, they call it the comprehensive plan.
Okay.
For the next 10, 15 years.
Okay.
And it's available at envisionrockland.com. And it's a good way we started reviewing it. We're going to give you a full overview next week on the government report on Tuesday. But it's a really good overview of really what's going on. The plan that Rockland is putting together for residential housing, commercial buildings, traffic, all the sorts of things that affect our everyday decisions as residents of Rockland County. So it's really important to participate. Events, even things like music and family-friendly activities, all that stuff
Culture
is in
stuff,
the comprehensive plan. So it's really important as much as possible. I know it takes time, ladies and germs, but I do recommend that you check it out because it's really, I think it's like about 50 or 60 pages.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and we have summarized it thus far, but I'm looking through it myself just to make sure that everything's just so. We'll have that available on Rockland's News in just a little bit.
If any of our listeners have read through this, have any questions, do not want to speak up themselves,
yes,
they can reach out to us at
rocklandsnews.com/alert.
Alert.
That's right. And basically, you will be able to post your question, news story, news brief, You could throw us a tip. That's how we found out about the Admiral's Cove stuff that's happening.
Which, folks, that's one of our success stories. The residents got what they wanted. They got new direct management to manage over their facility. And we'll probably be following up with that in the next month or so and make sure everybody's playing nice.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to call up the new property manager because the old property manager is no longer there. Wonder why.
Well, I do have to say that there's been a lot of traffic issues and travel stuff. But one thing we have not been successful with, Tom, and I'm calling out Pat Carroll.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had another gathering of protesters at the Four Corners. I saw lots of pictures and videos from my friends and family and Facebook people. That place needs some guardrails.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. And I'm not exactly sure. So here's the deal with that. We got to give you some backstory to this. So approximately 4 or 5 months ago, we had Town of Clarkstown Councilman Ward 3, Donald Franchino, was on the air with us on AM Rockland's News. And basically, he was advocating for safety guardrails to make sure that the people that were protesting, whether or not you agree with it, and, I'm just going to say it for the record, I don't, I look at no kings. I'm like, but there isn't a king. But whatever.
But that's not the point.
Exactly.
That's not the point.
It's besides the point. The point is that whoever is protesting for whatever they're protesting about should be kept safe. And I 100% agree with that premise.
And we have the right to protest.
We got through the wire. We contacted a few different local officials, and they say this is Pat Carroll's responsibility. Assemblyman Pat Carroll, district something or other, and he, for Rockland, but that's his zone. Okay. And basically, we've heard nothing. We've reached out to him at least 1 or 2 times, heard nothing back. And, I'll tell you, every once in a while, I see some sort of a press release. It's like, hey, Pat Carroll was here and he said hi. I don't actually see anything that he actually does. So now I'm kind of like on his case. I'm like, what do you actually do while you're in office? Because we're not seeing it. Maybe he doesn't have a good press department. Like, what bills have you gotten passed? What have you actually done? And you'd figure that something like this, Mike, getting safety guardrails, permanent guardrails to make sure that the residents are protected when they're protesting.
When they want to walk down the street, there are sidewalks on 59, on Middletown Road, and there's a park right there.
Yeah.
Citizens should be able to walk down the road safely. And one of the reasons why we're picking so hard on Pat Carroll, Tom and I, mostly Tom, goes and talks to the elected officials all the time, whether it's George Holman, whether it's Ed Day, whether it's Amy Conklin Stamp.
And I play nice.
And full disclosure, all of these elected officials come to the table to answer our questions, even if it is a uncomfortable conversation. And Pat Carroll has been absent.
Pretty much, yeah. We have not heard hide nor hair of him in the past 1.5, 2 years. Hide nor hair.
So what can you do, citizens, listeners, neighbors, friends?
You can contact him yourself. It's not all on us. You can be the nudge that we always wanted to be.
Now, if you do not want to contact him yourself and you would rather send your concerns and your messages to us, again, rocklandnews.com/alert. Alert.
But if you want to contact him directly, and I think we're going to do this after the show, it's time. All right. I'm looking at his website right now. He looks like a lovely, lovely person with his striped tie and his big smile and his crew cut. But looks don't mean everything, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, they do for me today because I have
my
crew cut and it's looking nice.
Maybe that's what maybe you should call him. All right. But his phone number is 845-634-9791. You can also email him at carrollp@nyassembly.gov. This is Patrick J. Carroll for District 96. That's 2 R's, 2 L's, and no results thus far. I'm kidding on that one. I don't know. I see, I'm going to his, so it's like the press release page, right? So let's see what he put up. Yeah, the last update is in October 30th, 2025. he blasts the federal government for failure to fund SNAP benefits. It's nothing past that. So I don't know. It could be just that his web people are just not with it, but I don't see much, and I want to find out about the gentleman.
Yeah, let's find out.
Mike has this look on his face, like, okay, yeah,
Let's bring
he's
it.
kind
Let's
of
go.
leaning into this a little
No,
bit
no,
too
no.
much.
Sometimes, listeners, you have to put the face forward.
Yes.
And Tom and I like to put our voices forward. We aspire to be the voice of Rockland for you all, to right the wrongs, to bring justice to the injustices.
That's right.
And most importantly, to promote Rockland County small business.
And apparently now protect our residents.
Well, and you mentioned District 96.
That's right.
And the reason why Burger Loft named their brewery District 96 is because that's where they were.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
That is true. They have one of the best burgers. They have amazing beer. I prefer their Kolsch. I would check them out. You have 2 locations. There's New City, right at the end of Main Street, Burger Loft in District 96. Go say hello to John. Or their newer location in Nyack on the corner of Broadway and Main Street.
Gotcha.
At the old, well, it's right in conjunction with the RCC Culinary section of RCC in Nyack.
Excellent. By the way, Mike, we should stop by District 96.
We should.
Not necessarily today, but within the next week or 2.
To get a Kolsch and say hi to John?
Yeah, that.
I like it.
So, a lot going on. We mentioned before about the interview that Mike did with Vilma's Bakery.
Yeah, that was so amazing. So amazing.
So I have that loaded up. And for those of you that are interested in learning more about Vilma's Bakery located in Haverstraw, New York, let me just give you the information. And it's vilmasbakery.com. That's VILMAS bakery.com. The phone number is 845-942-8200. The Tres Leches cake
is arguably their best product.
Yeah.
Now, when I left, Ray, son of Vilma, manager of the store now, he handed me a bunch of stuff. Because there are things that we talked about food culture a little bit. We touched on this in the interview. When I walked into Vilma's and I was waiting for Ray, I was looking at the counter, right? And it's that glass case with all the shelves, and they have all the different products. Kind of like when you go to the donut shop or the bagel shop, they have all of that, so you can kind of point and shoot.
Yep.
Vilma's is culturally a Dominican bakery. The interesting thing about that was there were more products than just Dominican dishes there. And it goes back to a theory I have that ties into New York City food culture. When you watch media and you look at history of New York City in, say, the 50s,
right?
Everyone had their block. Every culture had their block. So we all know that there's a difference between an Italian bakery, a Jewish bakery, a Dominican bakery. They have different stuff. The cool part is that all of the cultures were sampling everybody else's stuff.
All right.
What that did in New York is bring the entire food culture up. And I have traveled all around this country. I am a foodie. I go and I try and find all the local foods. And there is no place that I've ever been that has the food culture of New York City. So fast forward to yesterday when I was over at Vilma's. No, Monday when I was over at Vilma's. I saw cannoli kind of things. I saw arugula kind of things. I saw all of these other cultures represented in Vilma's case.
All right.
And one of the things that Ray and I talked about was how bakers come from their culture. They sample other cultures' bakery. They take nuancy things away from that dish, or they take the dish and go, hey, we whisk the eggs this way versus this way. Let's see what happens. And you end up with a similar but different product.
Yeah.
It also means that you can walk into a place like a Dominican bakery, not knowing anything about Dominican food, and go, hey, that got a cannoli. Let me try that.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll try this weird corn sponge cake thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I recommend to anyone who wants to go check out Vilma's, walk in there, explain that you haven't tried any of these things, and get yourself a sampler and try it with your family.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it reminds me, and I've been in Vilma's Bakery, as I mentioned. We were in there last week getting my wife's birthday cake. We're ordering it, because we were planning something really cool. But it reminds me of I'm going to say a Spanish version of the Messina Bakery that used to be around here. There used to be 2 locations. You remember that?
I remember Messina Bakery and Mardoff's.
Mardoff's Bakery. Yeah, right? I remember Mardoff's.
And again, this talks about the culture shift, right? Because those were Italian bakeries in Stony Point and Haverstraw. Vilma's is about 3 or 4 blocks west of where Mardoff's was. And I used to go to Mardoff's as a kid all the time. Vilma's, you step into Vilma's and it really feels like you're in an old school bakery.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of shocks you out of it is you kind of look around and there are modern technologies in it. There's lots of color, there's Mylar and things like that. But you still have that like old 1950s bakery feel.
Exactly.
And it's so
like
awesome.
Brooklyn, sort of, you know what I mean?
Well, it feels like you're in a small town bakery. And population-wise, we in Rockland County are not small town. Even though we have that small town feel, there are cities that I've been hearing about. They're talking like they have like, a city of 15,000. I'm like, 15,000?
Yeah. Pish tosh.
Right. Rockland has that in all sorts of, like, just in a corner on the street, we might have that many people. So it's really interesting in Rockland County how our food culture and how all of our cultures kind of do that melting pot like we talk about in America, how we do that so well here in Rockland.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
And part of that is supporting your small business, supporting things like Vilma's Bakery.
Yep.
Now, on the flip side of Vilma's, which is a second generation now home, they started in their home and then they expanded a couple of times, and they really like this whole American dream.
And by the way, we're going to have that interview with Vilma's Bakery coming up in a moment, but keep going.
You went and spoke with the folks at the brand new Stony Point Timmy Ho-Ho's.
Yes,
Hortons,
that's right.
Which is kind of the opposite of what...
Actually, I didn't.
You didn't?
Caesar A showed up, our restaurant reporter.
Anyway.
So we're going to have that segment. We're going to actually have a little bit of a segment where, he brings up, he's been, I'll tell you, Mike, Caesar A is a world traveler, man. He has been in the culinary.
I want to know about Timmy Ho-Ho's.
Thailand, Japan, all over the world.
But has he been to Canada?
The mountains of Nepal, the coast of Spain.
Did he bless the rains down in Africa?
Maybe.
Anyway, so Tim Hortons opened in Stony Point. And I believe it's our first representation of that company in Rockland.
Yes.
And
Mike's pouring coffee for himself and me. I appreciate that.
It is not Tim Hortons coffee.
It is not. It's my coffee. I make that special.
So Tim Hortons came here to Stony Point, and they have lots of intention of being very community oriented and supporting the community, but they're doing it from more of a Wall Street kind of perspective, because that's where they are. Should we bash this? No. I am telling you, Vilma's is special, and you should go check it out, even if you've gotten your coffee and your donuts from Tim Hortons that morning.
Yeah.
Vilma's has something really special.
Right.
They have something very unique. And there's only one place you can find Vilma's. You got to go to Haverstraw.
Yes.
Tim Hortons is trying to bring a community feel to a franchised location,
yes,
which is possible. We have seen that.
And they have Wi-Fi.
I mean, there's that. But so does Starbucks.
Yes, but this is like local Wi-Fi.
Because we're all about the local.
Well, all right, let me give you an example. All right. I don't think like when you go into a Starbucks, and we're drinking out of Starbucks mugs right now and so on. I think that they put a little extra in Starbucks, like different types of cocoa leaves, whatever. If you go and you try to connect in with the Wi-Fi over there, they will always ask you for your email address. Even if you've been there 74 times, they'll ask you for your email address again. And it's starting to get annoying. Tim Hortons at the moment doesn't do that, so we're happy about that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. That was not intentionally to break a mic. I'm sorry. I want to say that.
Anyway, folks. So Tim Hortons, Stony Point, Vilma's, Havistraw.
Right.
They offer different products. They have different ideals. And you know what? Check them both out.
Yeah.
Because the things that Tim Hortons has, Vilma's may not have. Vilma's has so much stuff. I get overwhelmed easy time, as you know. And when I walked in there and saw all the products, they kept offering me when I walked in, hey, you want to try something? You want to try something? I got to the end of the interview with Ray. I'm like, there's too many choices. I don't know what to choose. All right. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to make up a bag for you. We're going to give you a little of this, a little of that.
Yeah.
Try it out. My picky daughter, man. I've never seen her face light up the way she did after trying that Trace leche cake.
Very nice.
So,
should we run the interview with Vilma's Bakery?
We can do that, or we can finish reading the news first. Because let's finish our news report, because there's some more sad things on here. There's some things that are,
You want to hit it, or you want me to hit it?
Like a crash on the southbound of New York State Thruway in Spring Valley caused major delays on Tuesday, being yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
State police told News 12 that the crash happened near mile marker 25 and involved a tractor trailer and a pickup truck. All lanes were reopened about 8:15 a.m. and no injuries were reported. Now, I have noticed lately there have been a lot more traffic accidents. I need to encourage all of our listeners, citizens, friends, neighbors, be more aware, be more present when you are driving.
Yeah, absolutely. Please be more present. I can't even begin to emphasize that. Motorcycle accident, car accident. We lost one of our friends last year. We don't talk about this much on the show, but one of our friends, Steve, who was driving home late at night, apparently something happened with his car. And he got out, or he was trying to fix it, and car slammed into him. Game over. It's horrible. So definitely. Oh, and Mike, I forgot to tell you this. So we have our colleague, GMGPR, Risa Hogue, who's one of our press release colleagues that is very well established in Rockland County.
Okay.
So we are about to launch an initiative on Rockland's News with her for safe driving. And that's our big focus this year, is safe driving. We've seen way too much of all of these driving conditions that are, you got to follow the rules, but more importantly, you got to stay aware on the road. Mike, literally, we're driving, we took a little quick trip out to Pennsylvania this weekend.
Yeah.
My wife gets on the Palisades Parkway.
Yeah.
Freaking woman just like runs right into the back of her car. Okay.
Like literally hits you?
Literally hits us.
What?
Okay. And now here's the kicker. Okay. You figure, okay, it was just a bump. All right. It was like, boom.
Yeah.
All right. No damage or anything like that. So I looked at Jessica. She looks at me. She's like, I guess we'll keep going, whatever. Okay. But the car drives right past us. Doesn't even effing acknowledge that they bumped into us. Doesn't even effing acknowledge. There is a level of disconnect out there on the road that I've rarely seen. And that's one of the reasons why the focus this year
is safety.
Safety, absolutely. Safe driving.
Here's something else I want to talk about safety and security.
Mm-hmm.
And this is less about vehicles and more about being kind to one's neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they have a different culture than you.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some major religious holidays going down, right? We have Passover, we have Easter, we have many of the cultures are having their ceremonies, their holidays, their festivities. And Rockland County is taking this very seriously. Ed Day is very serious about keeping this county safe,
Mm-hmm.
right? And because we're having all of this religious fervor around the world, Ed Day wants to make sure we're safe. The police departments want to make sure we're safe. They are not here to come and get us.
Right.
Right. Your local police departments, and most of the ones I've noticed, most of the police officers in Rockland County are Rockland County born.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, which means they are your neighbors. They are citizens. They may be listeners to this show too. Help them out by being kind to your neighbor, reporting things that are actual crimes, not you saw your neighbor dumping their trash in a way that and you're ratting them out. That's not cool. But be tolerant of other people's culture.
Mm-hmm. We were tolerant. I still think the woman is an idiot for like not even looking at us. Like
that's more about driving culture. I'm talking like what's the old joke? The rabbi says to the priest, "Where were you yesterday? My services were on Saturday," and the priest is like, "Well, you can come to my church today on Sunday, right?"
I never heard that one.
Right. One of the things about tolerance is learning about the other culture and learning about why people do what they want to do. You don't have to do it. And if it's offensive to you, don't go there, right? This is about being tolerant of other cultures because we have a lot of cultures. We have a lot of religions. We have a lot of everything represented here in Rockland. And let's look at the joys of our differences instead of trying to put wedges in them.
Right. Funny that you say that. So I heard this legend of a gentleman that's walking in Israel. This is not Rockland's news, by the way. Gentleman that's walking along.
Is this a story or a joke or a parable?
I can't confirm nor deny any.
All right, we'll see. Well, listeners, I am excited to hear Tom's story.
So there's this gentleman that's walking along, and he sees the, two people that are sitting down on a street corner right next to each other. Both have signs and a little jar for donations. And the first one says, "Jesus saves, donate now." And the next one past him says, "Donate to help local Jewish children." And the guy looks at the first one, Jesus saves, and he's like, "Are you an idiot? You're in the middle of Israel, okay? Like, read the room, ladies and gentlemen. Like, just to prove that your sign will not work, I'm going to donate to this other guy over here." And then he looks over at his brother who just got the donation. He says, "Did you hear that, Moishi? He's trying to tell us how the Mendelbaum brothers fundraise."
Oy vey. Oy vey. Oh, Thomas.
I know, I was wrong. Thank goodness for the lack of FCC regulations. We got some more news, some murder. A new New Jersey.
That's not funny, Tom.
It's not. Well, actually, justice was served, which is not funny. It's, I think, good. A New Jersey defendant has pled guilty in Rockland County Court to the murders, this is terrible, of two women in Spring Valley. District Attorney Thomas Walsh says that Alan Abad, also known as Alina Abad of Westwood, New Jersey, pled guilty on March 24th to first-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree murder in the deaths of Evelyn Aguiar Augustin and Annabelle Aguiar. Prosecutors say that the killings happened on February 15th, 2025, at a home on Gesner Drive in Spring Valley. Abad is scheduled to be sentenced on June 22nd, 2026, and faces 25 years to life in state prison. Pretty messed up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that all the bad news?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I want to talk about something fun, Rockland.
And then we're going to take a break and do the Velma's Bakery thing.
So, Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rockland County has a spring break program: yoga, meditation, martial arts, gardening, outdoor adventures, dances, and Zumba. Youth ages 8 to 10, grades 3rd to 5th, March 30th to April 3rd. We're right in the middle of that. It's at the Darden Center in Spring Valley. Let me see if there's a phone number. There's a QR code, which you can probably find at rocklandnews.com.
Mm-hmm.
And that's as far as I know for events. I mean, we're going into Passover and Easter,
Yeah.
Today's a Seder day.
Right.
Easter is on Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
So
Passover, Easter, all that. Good Friday on Friday.
So all of those folks who are observant of their religions, I wish you a happy days. And if you are gearing up for these holidays and you don't want to cook yourself, maybe you want to check out Kobe Sushi.
That's right. Kobe Sushi, located in New City, New York, for all your sushi needs and your jazz needs. Because they have jazz on Wednesdays, which is tonight. Wednesdays and Saturdays. And if you mention Rockland's News, you will get 15% off your entire sushi order, minimum $75, so bring a friend. And that's pretty damn awesome. I mean, 15%, even off of $75, I think we looked at it as like $10.25 off of $75.
Right.
Something like that. I don't know. $10.
And if you are the people of my birth, you might have to wait a week to enjoy the whole shot bagels.
Right.
Because they are very gluteny and delicious and full of the grains that those who are observant of the Passover.
He's got his hands up in the
Oy
air.
vey!
Oy
Yes.
vey!
The people of my birth. I would check out full shot bagels. My personal favorite is the Sobo. Right? I know we all talk about the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Right.
But the Sobo, that's my jam.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
So.
And let's not forget, well, you were going to say something?
Nope. Go on.
Well, I think we should take a little quick break and for me and Mike, and we're going to play the Vilma's Bakery interview that you did, Mike, and thank you very much for doing that.
And listeners, if you have any questions, comments on what we're doing here, please reach out to us at rocklandnews.com/alert. Alert.
Just one alert, rocklandnews.com/alert, but that's the place that you go to notify us and our news team of anything that you need to notify us of.
And we are excited to hear from you.
Beyond excited.
Please do.
We are so excited that we cut our hair this week.
We did.
Did you go yesterday?
It was done yesterday.
What time?
Around 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Okay. I was going to say it might have been a little too close in the universe for us to get our hair cut at the same time.
Tom and I may be opposite people. We are syncing up with the haircut.
I mean, it's actually kind of trippy. Like we both were like, okay, I'm going to get a haircut today. For yours, it's a little bit more, drastic. But
I have been planning and hemming and hawing about this for months.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What do you say we take a picture after this is done?
And post it on rocklandnews.com.
Yeah, because, I mean, listen, everybody stop your work day.
And go check out my new do.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool. It's, you know what? You look really dapper, Mike. You look really dapper. And I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you on AM Rockland and also OK Rockland, which is on Fridays.
Well, and OK Rockland is about all things that are cool and awesome to do in Rockland County. Mm-hmm. OK stands for OSA and Kluger approved.
Yeah, that's right. So
one of our favorite things to be okay about is 202 Cannabis.
Located in Garnerville, New York, they will help you with all your cannabis needs.
And will educate you as Tom is becoming educated. He is but the mere seedling of knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know much about this cannabis thing.
But you're learning.
Little by little. But let's go to the interview with Vilma's Bakery that Mike did the other day. And
I hope this makes you hungry for tasty baked goods and taste. They got breads, they got cakes, they got pies. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
So stay tuned for more. And here comes the interview. 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Mike here at Rockland News, and we are here at the award-winning Vilma's Bakery, and I'm here with Ray, and we're here to talk about Vilma's. How you doing, Ray?
Good morning. How's it going? Everything going good?
Cool. So, tell us about Vilma's. We're here in the middle of the village of Haverstraw. Tell us what you guys got here, what you got going on.
Perfect. So Vilma's Bakery was started in 2011 by my mom and my dad, Vilma Lopez and Ray Lopez. So a little bit of the backstory is my mom started this as her side hustle from the house. So she used to just sell Dominican cakes from her house. We originally lived in New York City. We moved out to Haverstraw here in 2000. And then from there, little by little, my mom was just, on the weekend selling cakes to a couple people. And then next thing you know, it grew a little bigger and a little bigger. That eventually in 2011, they both said, hey, you know what? Let's just go for it. Let's open up a store. And since then, here we've been. Now the next generation up. And I'm slowly kind of taking over here.
All right. How many employees do you guys have now?
So now we have about 20 to 25 employees that we staff.
Okay.
From part-time to full-time, from bakers to cake decorators to cashiers, and to just staff that help us out here. That's
really amazing. So like super family business, old school American dream. That's really awesome.
That's right, yeah, and that's something that my parents really instilled in me, and that we have with our staff. It's a big family culture. It's all about family and community.
Cool. So you went to North Rockland?
That's right, class of 2008.
All right. And I always like our listeners to know that you can grow up here in Rockland. You don't have to leave to make it. You can come back here. You can be part of family businesses, Main Street USA and all that. Now, Rockland County is a really cool hodgepodge of culture, and I always talk about the bakery culture being the most interesting about that, because I've noticed when I walked in, you have stuff that's Italian culture, Dominican culture. There was a number of other things that I saw all of these other things other than just super decorated cakes.
That's right. So that's something that we like to reflect on. We understand our community is very diverse, so we should have a very diverse bakery. Not only do we just specialize in Dominican cakes, but like you said, we have Italian pastries, we have Mexican pastries, we have stuff from Europe. So we have different things that we understand that different people want to come and try, either try for the first time or somebody that wants to come and say, oh, this reminds me of home. Right. It's just one of those things that we really like to touch upon, and understanding just the diversity that we have here in Rockland, that we get people from different places to say, oh, they have this thing and they make it just how they make it in Puerto Rico, so it reminds me of home, or they have this in just how they make it in Mexico. And then you have somebody who never tried a pastry that's from a different culture say, let me try that new. So it's all mixing there together.
I'm thinking of like an awesome party where you just pick one from everything here at Vilma's and bring it to the box and just chop them to pieces and be like, go around the world in one box.
That's
kind of fun,
have
right?
a good time.
Well, what's your favorite?
It's very there's a lot of good ones, right. But my favorite right now would have to be the tres leche cake. It just hits the spot. It's super moist. It has 3 different types of milk.
I mean, I'm on board with you, and a bunch of my friends were like, come and bring me that cake.
It's one of our most popular. I hate to say that it is my favorite, but it just is. My wife was getting mad at me because I was bringing one home every day. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, all right, I got to stop. Yeah, so.
Fantastic. Do you have kids?
I have one daughter.
And are you raising her in the bakery culture?
She's 2 right now, but she does know I work at the bakery every time she does. She knows I'm here, so she'd be like, "Bake here, Daddy's bakery." So she does come and
that's cool.
That's play around here too.
What other parts of the community do you guys belong to?
Yeah, so we're really trying to be a business that revolves around our community. That is part of our mission here.
Okay.
Like I said, one of the things that my parents really instilled in me is just that family culture and community culture. We understand that our business runs when our community is being helped. So we want to show the community that you support us, we're going to support you. So we are with the Haverstraw Little League. We will donate to the North Rockland teachers. We
Okay.
will donate cakes. We have done career days at all the schools pretty much
Oh,
here.
that's cool.
So we go
Cool,
out
cool.
there.
Educational outreach.
Yeah,
Love
we
it.
go
Love it.
and we talk to the kids about what it means to run a bakery. We donate to multiple organizations here. So anytime there's an event, we go and do that. We donate it for Nurses Week.
Okay.
With the Hampshire Police Department, we're always
Okay.
doing certain things. So we're always finding ways to collaborate with different partnerships within the community. Any
Awesome.
way that we can help within the community, we're always down.
Is there anything that you would want our listeners to hear from you, whether they've been here before or not, that you wouldn't just notice by checking out your website or driving by or whatever?
I think it's just the actual coming in. I think our customer service here, again, just goes back to family culture. We
Right,
want you
right.
that as soon as you come in, it's like family. Whether you speak English, Spanish, or whatever language, you're able to come in and it's a place that, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Oh, here you go. Here's your coffee. How's this? How's that?
Right.
And little by little, we get to know our customers so easily, especially with when you come and order your custom cake. Oh my God, you made my
Right.
daughter's birthday when she was
Right,
1. Now
right.
she's turning 6. Can you believe
Or
that?
16.
Or 6. Yes, and we have had cases where it's like, oh, you did her baby shower, and then you did her wedding, and then you did her daughter's first birthday,
Right.
and so on. So you get to see that family grow within the cakes.
That's
and-
kind of awesome.
yeah, and it is pretty cool. I've had customers who are like, oh, my son, he used to get the Mickey Mouse. Now he's too old, and he just wants a plain white and blue cake.
Right.
So you get to see that growth. And I think that makes us, that's the difference. It's just, you know, there's so many places where you can order online, you could do these
Yeah.
things, but there's such a disconnect. So
I agree.
coming to the store, you could still do stuff online,
Right.
but you could still come to the store and still have that connection to people and
Right.
and have that talk and how's it going and how's your day
And like you said, choose something that you've never tried before from a different culture.
and I think that's something that'd be cool, that we have such a variety of different pastries that different people can come in here and say, hey, you know what, let me go for something new. Let's give this a shot. And hopefully you love it. Maybe not, but you gave it a shot, and that's
Right.
okay. And if you love it, great. Then maybe try another one, or you continue ordering that one. And we have had a lot of customers who've come in who try something new, and they're like, "Oh, I love this. Now I don't even want to try something else. They're like, I'm sticking to this." So that is something that is different that you can come and try and again, our staff is here to help you out. Like,
Right.
hey, you want to try something new? Try this. Give this a shot. You know what I mean?
Fantastic. Well, you guys have been here for a while. I hope you're here to stay because, again, you're second generation. Your little daughter, next generation to come, hopefully. Right? And you guys really have sat here and really anchored this place down. You're in the right smack dab in the middle of the village of Haverstraw, one of the oldest places that has been founded in all of New York State. And it's cool to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome being part of Haverstraw. Honestly, like we said, when we moved from New York City, this was the first place that we came to,
Right.
and you know, I went to school here.
Right.
We really love this place. We love the diversity that it brings. We love how welcoming it is, and we want to continue that growing. I know sometimes Haverstraw can get a bad rep.
It's
I
true.
don't know why, but we're trying to work on to change that.
Right.
And I
right.
think we want to show that, you know, you can come to the downtown, you can walk around, you
Yeah.
can go and come have a coffee here and go eat at a
Well,
new restaurant. And
That's it. It's the food culture here, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
I think there's so many things that you can do, but hopefully we can start growing that more and more and more. And, you know, have people just come down, hang out, you know.
If you were going to pick one spot in Rockland that everybody needs to check out, other than your bakery, of course, what else would you choose?
Here in Haverstraw or Rockland?
In Rockland County.
Oh, there's a lot of different spots.
Like, if there's like this one, like, you gotta check this one out, right?
Food wise,
Or
I'm gonna
anything.
give a couple.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna give here in the village of Haverstraw. I think there's a lot of what does it say, like hole in the walls that people don't know about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Every
Um,
nook and cranny of Rockland.
I used to live in New York City for a bit after college, and I used to my favorite thing was just to walk around and find
Yeah.
a random restaurant, just
Yeah,
go
yeah,
into it. So like here in Havershaw, there's a lot of good spots. First spot that comes to mind that right down the corner is Los Amigos. They have great Dominican food.
Okay.
Really good people there. There's also Leona's, another great Dominican spot. Also, I'm in works with collaboration with Lucas Candy and Flowers. Of course, everybody knows Lucas Candy, but always.
And if you don't, you should.
Yes, definitely. So those are always great spots. Definitely, like, you gotta just go and check out. And Flowers, they're doing great stuff over there. There's a really small.
Did Flowers just win an award? I believe they.
I think they got like a best cookie award.
Right.
And they're great. They have really good stuff, fresh pasta.
Now you guys won an award. It was a few years ago now, but I can't remember. I just remember you guys winning it, being like, yeah, but I can't remember what it was for.
Oh, man, you know, there's a lot of these different awards that my mom has been receiving.
Okay.
For being an entrepreneur.
Okay.
For our business, I know we got one that comes to mind. Was from Ed Day from the county, recognizing my mom for like Women History Month.
Oh, nice.
We just got one from like the 100 Hispanic Women organization, giving my mom an award. There was another one with the Haitian Cultural Club in Spring Valley. So there's been a couple different awards and different honors given to my mom for being an entrepreneur and growing what she's grown.
Of all of that, so this is two-part. The first part of it is what's the proudest moment here at Vilma's, and what was the most challenging part, right?
I'll start with the most challenging. I think the most challenging part has been really getting this started, and I give a lot of credits to both my parents, my mom and my dad. When they first started, it was working every day, 4 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night. And they were just here all day, just waiting for people. They would take whoever would come in, just because you're starting out and you're kind of like, this is how we got to do it. And I think that was the most difficult. They were here 24/7. They were pretty much living here.
So you were doing your homework here. You were doing.
I was, So when they started was right when I was in college. So I wasn't really involved at the beginning.
Okay.
But when they were here, they were here all day. I mean, the whole year. So I know that was very challenging for them, but they set such a foundation. So that big sacrifice that they did, that big challenge, set a foundation to eventually say, we don't have to open up now at 4 a.m. We can start going a little. We don't have to stay till 9 o'clock at night. People now know our names and things like that. So they were able to set that up. And what was the other part of the question?
So that was the challenging part. So the highest point, like what's one of the things that gives you the most pride?
I think the most pride right now is, I've been stepping in more and more and more and seeing what my parents have built and what Vilma's Bakery has become. I think more and more, and now I'm seeing, I've been out just at the mall or at ShopRite, and people are like, oh my God, you're from Vilma's. Oh yeah, we love Vilma's. Oh, that's your mom? Oh my God. We gone, to the schools. You're Vilma's son? Oh my goodness. So that recognition of people seeing that just to me says, oh my God, this is working.
That's cool.
And
that's really
getting people, we're not just getting people from Rockland. We're getting people from New Jersey, from further upstate, from
your
Westchester.
Your reach is getting there, right?
Yeah, and
that's fantastic.
when they get here, they're like, we just drove 2 hours. And I'm like, huh? They're like,
2 hours to come and taste Vilma's? That's amazing.
So they're like, oh, we had it at a party. We had to get our next cake from here. We love it.
That's cool.
And now we have people who will come from like northern New Jersey who are coming up down from Middletown, and even from people from Albany.
That's fantastic.
And Long Island. So that's seeing that, and when they get here, they're saying like, "Oh, we just drove all this way to get here." It's just so rewarding, and it's huge,
that's
and
cool.
it's just showing me that, hey, the work that we're putting in is working, and just keep driving on that.
Now, as a second generation part, so your parents did this thing to set it in. You learned all the stuff. You're respecting the values, but as we know, to continue to grow and to continue to survive, you have to change a little bit. What changes do you see that you need to bring as a second generation person to build on what your parents?
Yeah, so a couple of the things that I've been bringing in is my parents are first generation with very limited English.
Okay.
And they did it with that.
Okay. So that's a struggle, a communication
That's a
struggle,
huge
right?
struggle. Um, things, so as I step in, being able to be fluent, bilingual in both, now I'm able to reach a broader audience. I'm able to now help out in different things that we never understood before, that goes within, behind in the business, and all these other little things that maybe at first my parents struggle with and didn't really understand that. Now I can kind of come in and say, okay, we could do it this way, we could figure this thing out.
Cool.
The challenge of technology, just having a website up, and the social media aspect. Now I can come in and say, hey, let's set up a website.
Right.
Let's set up a social media. Let's have a place where people can digitally go online and do this thing. But also bringing in, I think one of the things I thought of bringing in more is stepping up and having more partnerships with people within the community. So working with the local florists, working with Lucas Candy and their chocolate, working with other small businesses around here that can really help grow our economy within here, Rockland.
That's some true business neighboring.
Yes,
there, right?
yes, and I think that makes the most sense. I think if we help each other out and work community within each other here, the better it will be for everybody.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the idea. I think hopefully from that, more people will shop around here that are local. Most people want to invest locally, will want to work together. And I think if we do that, it just kind of keeps the circle going. But when it is, you're shopping from bigger places and bigger companies, the money doesn't get back to our community.
There is a point that Tom and I speak about a lot when we're on the air, and that is that 61 cents of every dollar stays in the community when you buy from a local business. And it is something that I want to encourage all listeners, including the ones listening to this podcast, that by coming to Vilma's, instead of going to any of the big name chains, you're really supporting the community. So thank you for that.
And it is true, and we stay true to that. Like we want to make sure of that, and we love to show that. Like that's one of the things we love to show in our social media, is that like if we did have a partnership within the community, if we're doing like a any event that's within the community, we're showing that if we did any type of cake donation for the school for kids, hey, look, because you shopped here, you just helped local kids out. You just helped out the local teachers out. You just helped the local police out one day or 2 days or whatever it might be. And we really love to show that. We like to be upfront and say, hey, we're a community business.
That's awesome. You know what? The one thing we haven't done is let's talk about your actual address, the ways to contact you, and do that.
Yeah. So we're located here in 29 Main Street, right near Lucas Candy. Going towards down the river. So we're here in downtown Habershaw. You can check us out. You can stop by our store. You could always give us a phone call at 845-942-8200. Our phone lines are always working. You can give us a call if you have any question. And you can also check out our website, vilmasbakery.com. You can order online. We have a whole bunch of pictures of different stuff that we've done. We have all our pastries on there if you want to take a look at them. And our social media, our Facebook, our Instagram, and TikTok, it's all Vilma's Bakery. You can check us out all in there, which is great, but we would love a visit. Come to the store, check us out here.
It's really an old school bakery.
That way you can kind of see everything in person and smell it and touch it and be able to see it and taste it, which is the best part. So those are all the ways to get at us here.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You guys are doing an awesome job.
Thank
Keep it
you
up.
so much. Thank you.
All right, folks.
Yeah, we're back.
So that was my interview with Ray. I, again, invite you to go find out what's going on there at Vilma's Bakery. They have so much cool and interesting and tasty things.
Mm-hmm.
You should try them all. Even my co-host is getting his cake from Vilma's Bakery.
Exactly. So awesome interview, Mike. I was very impressed. And, it's we're getting out there. We did Pearl River Pizza a few weeks ago.
We've been talking to the breweries. We've been talking to any small business that wants to reach out to us, things that we enjoy going to. And listeners, if there's a small business establishment that you would like us to interview, reach out to us at rocklandnews.com/alert.
Yep. And that's what we chose to alert us.
Right?
Alert.
Now, citizens, it is Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day. I hate April Fool's Day.
Yes. I was going to play a prank on my wife. I told her about it. I didn't have the chance to.
Yeah.
I was going to have my friend call up and say, "Oh, hello, this is Dr. Kildare. And we're setting up the appointment for Mr. Osa for his first appointment for transition."
Well, let's transition to what the events are in Rockland. So, today, the people of my birth are burning of the chametz.
What the heck is chametz?
All right. Chametz. Right before Passover, you were supposed to go through and collect all of the flour type items, things that are wheat or oats or barley, anything that emulates some sort of bread flour. And
Okay.
you were supposed to clean all of that out of your house and burn it.
Okay, gotcha.
And it is a ceremonial way to do your spring cleaning, and then it starts with the Passover Seder.
Okay.
Which, to the people of your birth, Tom,
Yes.
The Last Supper was a Passover Seder.
Exactly.
For the big man Jesus.
Yeah. He got everybody together, and he's like, let's have some bread, let's have some wine. Hopefully none of you guys are gonna do something behind my back. Actually, one of you is. Whatever. Go do it quickly. But let's have a good time.
Not make it suffering.
Yeah, kind of.
But to circle back,
Mm-hmm.
and to circle back to tolerance of other people's cultures.
Yeah.
When you go to the cultures that are burning of the chametz, be mindful, perhaps, that you might want to find a different direction over the next couple of days, and just be tolerant of other people's stuff.
Absolutely.
Right?
Very important. There's a whole bunch of things, and we want to thank our friend Joe Salve from isorockland.com for posting a bunch of events that we just didn't at Rockland events, but he did. March 28th, 29th, and April 4th is going to be the Easter Bunny. Is going to be in Congers.
Is that you, the Easter Bunny? I saw a clip of Tom being an Easter Bunny.
So it's going to be at Red Barn Cidery. Pictures with the Easter Bunny from 12 to 2 p.m. on, March 28th, 29th is gone, but April 4th. Take your own photos, $15. Professional photographs by Holly Robin Photography. Includes one digital photograph, $25. You can learn more at the Red Barn Cidery website and just show up 12 to 2 p.m. As you mentioned, Mike, the burning of the chametz.
Tomorrow, Bi-State Professional Network. Is that what that is?
The BSPN.
Tell us about that, Tom, because this is something you're affiliated
There's
with. Yes?
literally 40 people that go to this thing every Thursday. It's at the Nanuet Diner. It's by invitation only because we only have one per business category.
And how do you get an invitation?
Well, you got to know one of us.
Well, folks, you know Tom Osa.
That's right.
Reach out to us at rocklandnews.com
/alert. And, maybe we could get you in. Like, for instance, if you're like a contractor, that category is already taken care of. If you're residential or commercial real estate, that particular category is already taken care of. But if you have a business category that you're looking to promote in person, this is the place to do it. And again, it's BSPN, the Bi-State Professional Network. And Mike, I still don't know what 2 states. Since we launched that name. It used to be called ProMetroNet.
Okay.
And, it's what it is. Somebody named it while I was on honeymoon. I come back and they renamed it. And I was like, okay, let's just call it BSPN.
Well, tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Sushi is doing their jazz night.
That's right. Wednesdays. Thank you. Yeah.
Hudson Mills has an event from 6 to 10 tomorrow.
Mom's night out.
Mom's night out. Something about devils and Pradas and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get back to my list of events, Tom?
Hit the back arrow right there.
I am so not. I am stupid. I am so droid.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
April 3rd, there is a fish fry in Piermont.
Mm-hmm.
An Easter egg hunt in Valley Cottage on April 4th.
Yep.
An Easter egg hunt at the Living Christ Church on Saturday, April 4th from 9:30 to 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Nyack. Another one in Pomona.
Yeah, Easter egg hunt in Pomona on April 4th.
There's one in Nanuet. There is one in Orangetown. If you are looking for an Easter egg hunt this weekend, they are all over Rockland.
Seriously.
It looks like you could go from Easter egg hunt to Easter egg hunt because they're all at different times. I suggest listeners going to your local municipality and finding out what your Easter egg hunt is, and you could probably check a few other ones out there and stack them like a bar crawl.
Yeah.
An egg hunt crawl.
Yeah. We need a bus. We need beer. We need everything. It's just like people are going to look at it like, oh, there's an egg.
Well, no, I think it's Easter. I think we're supposed to drink wine.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Wine.
Maybe we should talk to the folks at the Economic Development and Tourism and see about getting this together.
Well, you talked a few weeks ago about getting kind of like a bus and just going to the different craft beer establishments.
It is a dream of mine because the folks in Rockland are having a hard time finding all the cool stuff we have, which is why we're here, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. And Mike, by the way, I want to connect you with someone that did the North Rockland pub crawl the last few years.
Yeah.
So remind me to do that with you.
So folks, listeners, neighbors, we are here to try and, I guess we're networking on all levels. We're not networking by being neighborly.
Exactly.
We're networking by trying to connect all of the small businesses together. We're networking by trying to put the government officials' ear to our voice, and our voice comes from your concerns and the things that we see that make Rockland either there's a hindrance that we need to take away, or we really want to support something that makes Rockland an amazing place, like Rockland Music Fest,
exactly,
or the Angel of Nyack, or any of these like really cool places in Rockland that we want to share, because some folks have been living here for decades and don't know.
So, and we very much appreciate those of you that have listened in on this. And again, we live and die on the live streams on Facebook. So when you see it on Facebook, do us a favor, share it out to a few more people. We've kind of been sitting at that 1,000 to 2,000 person listen in number for a while. And Mike, I'm getting hungry again.
Well, we could go to Whole Shot.
Right. So it's like, let's get it up to maybe 3,000, 4,000 by the end of the year. We still have about 500,000 people, actually 590 last year, that tuned into the 600 stories that we wrote on rocklandsnews.com.
And nothing against those.
Share that out as well.
Nothing against those stories, but I feel like this year in 2026, you and I have really hit the ground running, and we're trying to really make something out of this. The last year was us, stepping our toes into the pool, trying to get down to our knee level. This year, we dove in head first.
Yeah.
And we are trying with so much energy to be the voice for you guys, for our neighbors, for our citizens, for our listeners, to take the things to our elected officials, and to help you guys.
And one last statistic, 3.6 million views on social media. 3.6 million. As a matter of fact, Mike, the protest that happened this weekend, we had a correspondent over there. They sent us one picture, 40,000 views.
I mean, we want to be there.
Yeah. So this works for our advertisers too. If you have a local business that we want to promote out, we can help them. And I think
and how you do that, rocklandnews.com/advertise.
Advertise. Yeah. And you can see all of our stats on there. We really work hard at this. And we want to make this something that is really enjoyable and that you can benefit from it just by listening in, but also help our local small businesses and keep you informed on the things that matter most to you in Rockland County.
And one of the things that matters most to me is music and food.
Yes. So with that, with our newly fresh haircuts, me and Mike, we got our hair cut yesterday so that we're looking all ready for the spring and summer season. We thank you once again for being here, and let's bring in the lovely Alana to call us out to do the advertising.
Let's.
You're listening to Rockland News, available on Apple, Spotify, and online at rocklandnews.com. Thanks for joining us today. Here are your hosts, Tom Osa and Mike Kluger.
And we want to thank our premier sponsors, the New York Boulders baseball team located in Pomona. Their 15th annual season is coming up. You can learn more about them at nyboulders.com. And Work Smart New York Business Boot Camp coming up at the end of April.
Yahoo fence.
Yes, that was terrible.
It was terrible.
Harmony, but
oh boy, we're done. Dana Pest Control, 3 generations of getting rid of your creepy crawlies. Easy Temp in Hackensack, New Jersey. One of our favorites, Kobe Sushi, and their jazz tonight.
Yes, Whole Shop Bagel, Susan Bova, Coldwell Banker Realty.
99 Signs, FC Perfection Clean Space Maintenance Company. And so many more sponsors, folks.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Plant some seeds of hope.